Welcome to the Omnia Sol Art Show, the glitch art video podcast hosted by Omnia Sol. Episode 34. Premium Rush. Welcome back to the Omnia Sol Art Show, also known as TOSAS. I am your hostess with the mostess, Omnia Sol, and today we are joined by the artist, musician, cassette label owner, show curator, and so much more, Hedra Rowan. How are you doing tonight, Hedra?
Hey! It's good to be here. I'm pretty good. It's also not nighttime, but I'll let that one slide.
Did I say night? Oh, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, I don't know when people watch this. I wonder if there's a way to
It's the nighttime of the soul.
Yeah,
It's
to
the
see when most people end up watching the show.
This is like a 3 a.m. vibe, I feel like.
You think this is a 3 a.m. show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. So you are using a vocoder. Is it a vocoder? Vocoder?
Something like that.
Did you make this yourself?
I did.
Tell the audience a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's just like a pitch shifter that exaggerates the contours of my speaking voice. So if I go up high, it gets really high. But if I make a small change, it just sounds good and human and womanly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you just dropped a new album, which is called Monday Nights at the Digital Bean.
True.
It's on Bandcamp at which we'll have the link in the bio because I'm always bad at spelling stuff. But it's Body Milk Tapes.
It's our Bandcamp is bdymlk.bandcamp.com. That's body milk without the vowels. Oh, this is sick what you're doing to Patty right now.
Yeah, so we are actually glitching through the Fritz Decontroller, my circuit bender that I have named Uffy after the pop star. We are glitching My So-Called Life, and you actually brought the DVDs by.
This is one of my favorite shows.
We wanted to do the Halloween episode, but I don't have a remote for the DVD player, so we're about 10 minutes away from this episode ending and the Halloween episode.
Which maybe features the cutest Angela Chase outfit of the whole series. What she wears to Halloween.
I watched this show in college, and I don't remember much from it. I don't remember the Halloween episode or outfits.
It's very scary.
I do remember there's a whole plot point with Jared Leto not knowing how to read.
Yeah.
And then being taught how to read.
Yeah.
It becomes a big subplot of his crush tutoring him and teaching him how to read.
Right. So, I am definitely there's two camps you can be in on this show, pretty much, in terms of Angela's love interest. You can be team Jordan, which is Jared Leto, or you can be team Brian Krakauer, who's the nerdy boy with the curly hair who lives next door. He's clearly better. Yeah. I just, but yeah, Jordan Catalano can't read. Is a twist.
I don't even remember what episode it was.
I think it's called Why Jordan Can't Read.
Oh, okay. Yes. No, you're right. Yeah. On an episode of TOSAS, I glitched, which I'm blanking on the theme that I glitched for it, but I have glitched Romeo and Juliet before. Romeo plus Juliet. Yeah. Yeah. Which, what's the actress's name? Claire Danes. Yeah. And
she's great.
Yeah.
We love her. We hate Jared Leto.
Yes.
Bad person.
Bad person. Worst Joker.
Bad actor.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a worse person than he is a Joker. But
Yeah. You did not make a good crown prince of crime.
Okay, but I'm like still really obsessed with the interview that he did during like the promo for that movie, where he like took the interviewer on a hike and then like went off the trail at a certain point and said, "Don't follow me, I'm crazy," which is quite silly, but also how I feel most of the time.
Well, there is so much with him with in that show or that movie in general of him like trying to like method act, but like it just ended up being gross.
Yeah.
Like him like mailing or not, he like sent like dead rats to his fellow actors and stuff, and just like gross.
Especially, I mean, they cut him down. I mean, that movie sucks.
Yeah.
Except for Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie's the reason why she's been in like multiple more movies, and Jared Leto's just in a deleted scene in the
You want to click at the same
Oh
time?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, I meant that.
Oh yeah.
Whatever this is called.
Yeah. Open the we can actually segue into our first segment of the show, which is what am I drinking tonight? And I have a little like promo. I'll do like some editing on this, but I have a little promo of like the text pops up on the screen, and then it's like,
oh, that's sick.
Yeah, and then it's like auto tuned, like what am I drinking tonight? It's very goofy. It came out from needing to lengthen the show, because I originally started this as like a Twitch pirate radio show, and then I did a episode with like One Young Lean song, and it was literally just on Twitch, and then it was just going behind the Patreon paywall. But that One Young Lean song, even as like an unlisted video, was enough to get the whole video blocked. Jeez. And so that's why I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do a talk podcast, because I still like want to do the visuals, but then I needed segments to fill up.
Wait, so did you start this around the time that you did CGI Friday?
A little bit after, yeah.
Okay, a little bit after. Really cool.
Yeah, I would like to bring back CGI Friday, because that was a lot of fun. It was
also like the best name.
Yeah. Jen came up with that name, and then at first like wasn't gonna let us use it for that, because he like, according to Mitch, said that he like was thinking of using it for something else, but then I don't know if that just didn't pan out or what, but it worked out like perfectly for the name of the show.
He's a genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was after that was my first experience with Twitch in general, and it was like Jen running the OBS and everything.
Right.
And then how I got started with this was actually with the pandemic, with the extra pandemic unemployment money.
Yeah.
I bought my first circuit bender that I have dual custody with Mitch, the one that I brought to the DM for a dress show. So it's like a dirty mixer where it's got like 2 inputs, 1 output.
What about that is dirty?
I guess that's just the name of it. It's the artist who came up with it, which I should know, but a person came up with the design of just like the 2 video inputs with 1 video output. To get that glitchy just like overlay, and I think it's just called a dirty mixer because of how glitchy and messy it looks. Like it doesn't look like you just like did an overlay in post-production, and it doesn't look like you did it with an actual mixer. It's just taking the signals and like forcing them together, I guess.
Okay, cool. That's good. I like video glitching is a world that I know nothing about, so it feels very magical.
Yeah.
Especially with the magic of my so-called life.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's been fun. I started with that, and then just like trying to do like music videos and stuff, but I just really liked it. And
sorry, I just remembered what episode this is.
Oh, is it? So this is the one before the Halloween one. I didn't look at the title.
This is the one where her like previous best friend, before she like hangs out with Ryan and Ricky, like her father has a heart attack, and so they're like reconnecting, but she's like mad at her because it's like, you dyed your hair red and we don't hang out anymore. And I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No.
Music videos.
Yeah. Well, so the show came out of 2 things. It came out of me exploring this like video glitch art world, which I had done like still images before, and then it came out from anytime that I draw, I would usually just like put on a VHS in the background on mute and then play whatever music I wanted.
Okay.
And then so like the idea from the show is like I want just like a stream, like a pirate radio stream that people can kind of like put on the background for like whenever they're like working on art as something to just like look up every once in a while. So then with this show I was like I do get to like talk about whatever I want, but then at the same time I'm always like, if you don't want to hear me blabber, just like put it on mute and put on whatever music you want.
I'm transfixed. Oh, they're becoming friends again. Do you see?
Yeah, beautiful. If you also want to turn any of these knobs, feel free.
Sid, I thought you would never ask.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my god. Okay. What?
Yeah.
You're like really I feel like you're very subtle with it. Like the changes are very subtle, but like
yeah, you can get like and if you glitch too far, you get like full on blackout.
wow.
But I like to do subtle, and then I like to do like a little bit of just like all over the. Usually, the way this works too is like this is one of the first times we're recording the video while I'm recording the audio. Most of the time, I record separately and just put on music. So that way, when I throw in music on the song or music on the show later, I'll like edit it to get like the most like glitchy part, like the coolest like music video looking visuals.
Whoa, this is so sick. What? Yes.
Yeah, so you have all these, and then you have like these smaller ones. I feel like really just like knock stuff out. Yeah.
I didn't even see these. Also, like perfectly sized knob.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm all about knobs rather than sliders. Although maybe I'm changing on that front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking of going the slider game?
Well, like I maybe like. I mean, this is like what you have here is like kind of my dream MIDI controller. Is it's like just it's actually part of my dream MIDI controller, which is just like 60 knobs or something. Because I'm always running out of knobs to program. But then I was like realizing the other day I've got like I don't know. I'm so bad at like compressing my music or like what programming MIDI so that it actually like makes sense as a. Like it feels intuitive, so sometimes it's like an exponential curve rather than on a knob, rather than a just a linear one.
Yeah.
For volume especially, but like maybe a slider will do that better.
Yeah.
It just like skips around too much.
Yeah.
And maybe I just only get the cheapest MIDI controller, so it's always not that great. But hey,
What's cool with this is I got it from BPMC, which is Big Popper Modified Circuitry. I think in Portland, Oregon. Like so it was a video processor that then was taken apart, circuit bent, and then like put back together with these knobs.
that's so
cool. And it's like it's cool. I'm glad I got it when I did too, because it's like this type of equipment is like quickly becoming extinct with how like fast like this type of art has like picked up.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's mesmerizing.
Yeah. Very very easy to get like lost in it. I love this one was kind of marketed as like a sci-fi enhancer too, because it works really well with like any sci-fi tapes, but I like it for like anything. I even did this for I made my own version of Dark Side of the Rainbow. It was Dark Side of the Glitch art, but I did Wizard of Oz with this thing.
I've never seen Dark Side of the Rainbow.
Oh really? Do you like Pink Floyd?
I've like never been a huge fan, but I do like their first album where they sing about bikes and stuff.
Yeah. The first album's awesome. I like Dark Side of the Moon on special occasions. I feel like it's one of those that you have to put in the Disney vault and then like take out just like every once in a while.
Where Disney is cryogenically frozen.
Yeah, and then they released the movie Frozen to throw off the Google searches. Because if you Google Disney Frozen...
What?
Yeah, have you heard that theory? No. So there's a conspiracy theory that all of Disney Frozen, the only reason it exists is to throw off Google searches. Because before Disney Frozen, when you would Google Disney Frozen, the first thing that would come up with was Disney's Frozen head.
Like a real picture.
Like a real picture or just all the conspiracies about it.
Gotcha.
But now if you Google Disney Frozen, all you'll get is Frozen or Frozen 2.
That's despicable.
Because I get that kids like it. Like my niece really liked it, but like it's not that good. Like it feels like, you know how there's like industry plants? Like I feel that whole movie and that song, like I feel like that was like radio payola of just like putting that like song. That song was everywhere, and I don't know why.
I had to arrange it for flute choir once for a friend, and you know I grew to appreciate a little bit more. And then
well, because it's like the thing too is like I get that it's like an okay song, but it's like kids will listen to or watch anything. So like kids liking it. Yeah, and kids liking it, I don't think it grew or as organically as we were led to believe. Because there's not any other Disney movie that, like, the music is on the... Yeah, it's named after his frozen head or is, like, all on the radio either. Also, I like that we started the segment and got distracted. What are we drinking tonight? What are you drinking tonight?
I can't see.
Strawberry. Well, I also avoid the until a brand is going to sponsor me. I avoid the brand names, so you can just say what it is.
I'm drinking a strawberry seltzer product,
sparkling water, and I am drinking a limoncello. Wait, what can you say about the strawberry?
I mean, it's aptly named. It
does taste like strawberry.
I mean, it's got a classic.
Yeah.
This is a Halloween episode, I think.
Yes.
Oh my god. Sorry, I clearly get distracted really easily. So
no, it's totally fine.
On lean today.
Well, the theme is you. I think. Do you have a preference for the title of the episode? Because I was just gonna do Hedra Rowan, but I could do the name of the episode. I could do your Instagram handle. I could do whatever you want.
Whatever you want. We can talk about it later. Maybe something. I feel like we'll organically arrive at a
name. I think so.
Throughout, because someone is gonna say something.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, even Disney's cryogenically frozen head is pretty funny.
But yeah, no, I mean the seltzer is good because it's cold.
Yes,
but it's underwhelming otherwise.
I like it because I like strawberry pop, but strawberry pop's like way too sweet and syrupy.
Right.
But it's like you get the flavor, but not all the syrup. It's like what a soda should taste like.
Except the grape and orange Fanta are amazing.
Yeah.
Like pineapple,
when ooh, pineapple Fanta's so good. If I ever go to Popeyes in Wicker, they have strawberry Fanta on tap. And they have strawberry Fanta on tap. But what I'll do, because it's so sweet, I'll cut it with I'll do half strawberry Fanta and half Sprite. And that seems to be like the perfect, because Sprite's such a base soda that it just like works well.
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like whenever you know when you like order a combo because it's the cheapest thing, and you actually don't want like a soda, and like you have to choose between Coke and Diet Coke and Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I often end up just getting a Sprite, and then like I don't like it that much.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, and this is something that's like really been bugging me. No, whoa.
Yeah, since it's the Halloween episode, do you want to glitch some?
Oh, I mean, it's already pretty scary looking.
Yeah. So this limoncello reminds me of, you know, the like filling in like a lemon pie, that like gelatin or jelly sort of.
Like a lemon cream pie?
Yeah, well, or like a lemon square.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like the lemon juice and sugar like whipped up or whatever. That's what this reminds me of, the limoncello.
Isn't limoncello like an alcoholic?
I think so.
Beverage?
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, it's like a type of liqueur, I believe.
Oh well, I don't even know what that is.
A liqueur or what the glitch is?
Oh no. I don't know what's happening on this show.
Oh whoa, what is? Oh, because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great costumes in this Abby.
When did this was a 90s show?
Yeah, like 91.
Oh, really? Yeah, no wonder I watched this in college because I would have been a baby, and it wasn't like, because I didn't watch it till like streaming became a thing, because it was like on Netflix.
Yeah,
when Netflix first started as streaming.
I had to like rent it from several different libraries to get all the discs in high school, and I watched it like I think between high school and college, but it was like important as a like transitional thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, like between the two.
Totally.
And also, I dyed my hair red in college because of the show.
That's awesome.
And now
Her influence.
A girl. I also were you at the Halloween show, cover band show that Mitch threw at Floodhouse?
Yes,
Okay,
I was.
I
Yeah.
went as Angela Chase.
That's amazing.
I was short and red at the time.
I don't even know if I had a costume because I think I like just got off work and just like hopped on the blue line over there.
What a year.
Yeah. I love it when it gets to like this color. Like I love the blue and pink together.
Yes.
And the rolling is pretty nice too.
Yeah.
You have so you just released this album. This
I guess it's an EP.
It's an EP.
Like a little short,
Yeah.
and it feels like kind of like companion-y or like bonus tracky to the last.
So it's like your last album, but the deluxe version.
It's like
Or the B-side.
the complete confection.
Yeah.
Katy Perry's Teenage
Yeah.
Dream edition. Or like emotion B-sides.
Yes.
But yeah, it's also like I sing on it more, and so like it may be a little worse. I guess I sing on the whole other one too.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and play one of the songs?
Oh, for sure.
Let's see. Which songs did I pick out?
I think the first track, the Britney type beat. That's what I called this song at first. It's basically a ripoff of the verse to Us Against the World by Play.
Yeah. The song title is
Bimbos and Spearfish.
Cool. What do you have anything to say about the song before?
I don't know. Oh yeah. No, I don't have anything to say.
Okay, cool. Well, we will be back with you after the song.
you see? I'm a something comes undone, something gets in the way, and misbehave. Something you wanted to do, something you wanted to say, but I'm in your way. Something comes undone, something gets in the way, and misbehave. Something you wanted to do, something you wanted to say, but I'm in your way. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Wow, what a fun time we had listening to that song.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you again for the song. That'd be very funny if I put it up, just like put the episode up without any song. It's like let people use their imagination,
Yeah.
or go to Body Milk Tapes. With Body Milk, what can you? How do I word this question? You've been doing as long as so. I moved to Chicago in 2018, and Body Milk was very much already established then. So what is how long have you been doing this?
Well, let's see. Since the first Body Milk show, I think, was in October of 2017. And then,
Oh, okay.
and so like, oh, there it is. This is the costume. She's wearing those glasses.
Oh,
She's like
yes.
a librarian who, or like, I think she dresses up as this girl who like died in her high school, like in the 60s. It's really great. Anyway, Body Milk. I ran out of my apartment for like, I like to say 3 years, but it was really 2.5 because of that little Jonathan pandemic that we had or are having. But we it's also a tape label, so sometimes we release tapes. We released a couple cassettes this year, and then we are finally having another show, like in-person show, in like 3 weeks. It's called Noise Prom,
Yeah.
and it's the third.
The third
Third
record.
one, yeah.
What,
It's traditionally our like big show at the end of. It was traditionally our big show at the end of each year, where we would like see what kind of budget we could throw together to like bring people.
Do people like dress up for it? Like they would
I
for
do.
Nice.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I'm very articulate. It's yes, but this time it's all local Chicago musicians, because there hasn't been any Body Milk shows in the past year. And
Yeah.
they're amazing Chicago musicians to showcase, and also like being able to travel, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be so sick.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's also Oh wait, I can read you the.
Oh, do you have the lineup?
Oh, I could release the lineup right now.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Would Nick be mad? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what did we write about it? First, I'll read you the little blurb. But the lineup is all confirmed, so I could do that. Here's what we wrote, and we kind of stumbled into this nautical theme that we're definitely going to stick with. Okay. Noise Prom 3. On the steps of the palace, mere gallops from the comfort station. A majestic affair, steeped in tradition yet irreverent and bold. Bring a bow, bring a boat, bring a corsage for your paramours. Acts of noise, delights, and terrors of the senses. An appreciation for the magic of the high seas is preferred but not required. Sleep well the eve of Noise Prom 3. Romance awaits for those who take the mast.
I love that.
Thank you. So, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta figure out my costume because I want it to be obviously nautical, but then also like nautical prom. Ooh, I don't think I have the outfit for it, but it'd be really cool if someone did the SpongeBob prom. And like, it's the one. So he, has to take Pearl to prom, Mr. Crab's daughter. But he wants to be long, tan, and handsome. So he like puts himself in a toaster, but he makes these like the big thing was he had these like robot legs that made him like super tall.
Like the chicken with the robot legs?
Sorta, yeah. But it like made him like super tall, and then he had like a special dance and everything.
Oh wow. That's cool.
I'll have to rewatch that episode in preparation.
Yeah.
Or just come dressed as a pirate.
Right. So like I think there are like so many ways to interpret the like nautical part of the theme. So it could be something as simple as like a prom where the theme was like under the sea or something.
Yeah.
Which I feel like probably a lot of people had a prom like that. But also like it could be like a pirate. I don't know. I'm thinking like an old bearded dude who like tends the lighthouse in Maine.
Yeah.
Like
it reminds me too of the tweet that sparked sea punk as a genre, where it talks about like the not the lapel pins but the cufflinks are like seashells because you're going to like sea prom.
Sea prom. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then or you're going to it was like a joke tweet about someone in the future going to a sea punk show, but it was before sea punk existed as a genre, and so it was just making references to what the person was wearing. And I remember specifically there were like these like seashell cufflinks on it going to the sea punk show. And then that sparked like an entire like internet genre, which then morphed into like was very influential in vaporwave.
Wow, she's looking at the old yearbook to look at the like photo of the ghost that she's, I think, dressed up as. Maybe in the actual close-up, I forget. But her hair is also just like good. She's in a library right now and like sick. Loving it.
Let's see. Do I have any other questions? Oh, I kind of covered everything I wrote down.
Oh, well, I know something we can talk about.
Yeah.
I was just reading about it on when I was in your bathroom mere minutes ago. There's a type of pizza from, it's like a regionally specific Pennsylvania pizza style called Altoona pizza that is like made with American cheese rather than mozzarella.
That sounds horrible.
Isn't that like wild?
That's not, wait, so...
So it's like I think I don't know if it's some like special type of bread or like dough or anything.
Yeah, I'm curious what the crust is like on that.
But then it's like tomato sauce, salami, peppers, and American cheese.
I don't know if I could do that. I do not like. I don't mind a slice of American cheese on like a shitty fast food burger or like a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, it's the perfect cheese for breakfast.
That's fine. But on a pizza, I don't know. That's rough.
It does seem like pretty rough, but...
Have you ever had St. Louis style pizza?
No. What is that about?
It's by far the worst pizza that I've ever had, except for this American cheese pizza might be worse. But it's like it's like unleavened. It's like a cracker crust.
A cracker, like matzah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cracker, which that aspect of it's fine. That's not too bad.
Really? Okay.
It's okay.
It's like
what makes it horrible is like the sauce is like super sweet, like ketchup, and then the cheese is this like local cheese which is like a food like product called Provel.
Is it like Velveeta kind of?
It's like plastic. It's like a white cheese that you think would be like provolone, but it just tastes like it's like a food product, kind of like Velveeta, but it's like just extremely plasticky with the super sweet sauce and like a cracker crust cut into squares like Chicago Tavern style.
Would you be angry at me if I looked up what this pizza looked like?
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Right here on air.
Yeah, Emos is like the very popular.
Emos?
Yeah, IMO apostrophe S. Yeah, it'd be cooler if it was like Emos and it was just like the saddest pizza place.
The saddest pizza in the world. Okay. It's like, I just realized what the
pictures,
cheese looks like.
the pictures don't do it justice for...
Because this, to me, resembles normal pizza.
Yeah, it does resemble normal.
But it doesn't taste like it.
I mean, it tastes like pizza, it just doesn't taste good.
It tastes like that. Oh, wait. It's like, this kind of looks like... I'm so sorry. It's like this? Is this kind of like what it looks like?
Kind of. I think more just like, with the pepperoni and everything. Like, it looks fine, because it still cooks like how cheese should cook, but then it just, like, tastes like plastic. Like, it doesn't taste like food.
Someday I would like to try.
Yeah, when you're in St. Louis, hit up Emo's. The thing that I noticed, too, is drink too much bubbly water, burping on air. But people from St. Louis who grew up with it love it, and they will not take any slander of it at all.
I know so many people from St. Louis.
Ask them about Emo's next time you hang out. Yeah, because...
Hey, buddy. Tell me about
your pizza.
Tell me about your pizza. Oh, yes! Oh, my God. Patty and Graham, Angela's parents, like, get costumes and then they role play and have lots of sex. Like, he's a pirate and she's a princess.
Amazing.
Yeah, this episode, not for kids.
One thing might be a good... Are you a Twin Peaks fan?
I love Twin Peaks.
I've been thinking about this because I think I discussed it on one of the first episodes with Mitch and it might be a good, like, maybe bonus for the Patreon viewers of, like, doing, like, glitching the entirety of Twin Peaks.
Including a return?
We could. I mean, honestly, it'd be hard to... I feel like it'd get flagged on YouTube faster if we did the return. Because it does get flagged just the general if it realizes what it is. But it doesn't take it down. I just can't, like, monetize it, which I couldn't anyways because I don't have enough subscribers yet. Bandcamp also, using songs from Bandcamp will, like, pop up, like, you don't own Hedra's song, you can't monetize this. And then it's like, I have written permission from the musicians. But still. But it'd be really fun. Mitch and I talked about this, if you'd be interested, like, doing, like, glitching every episode of Twin Peaks, but then doing, like, a commentary, like how they do this.
I would love to, or at least I could be, when you see Do the Return, like, I'll be like where the 9 Inch Nails like set is happening.
Yeah.
I'll play something.
That would be awesome.
People will think I'm Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
I hope not. Oh yeah, and Angela's sister dresses up as her. As Angela.
As Angela?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It is really funny. It's so funny.
What are you dressing up for as Halloween this year?
I don't know. I've never had a truly good Halloween costume.
Yeah.
One time I dressed up as Hillary's emails. That was pretty good. I just like printed out a bunch of Hillary Clinton's emails and taped them to my body.
Nice.
And it was good because people couldn't see me underneath.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm something that people should dress up as.
Yeah.
Rather than the opposite.
I never know what to do, and I always just end up being like a witch.
It's a classic.
It is a classic. This year I do have a Michael Myers mask that I could wear.
Halloween.
Yeah.
I want to get real spooky this year, though. And by real spooky, I want, like, John Carpenter to come and score my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Are you thinking any fake blood or anything?
Oh my god. I wish. I should put fake blood all over my house. One year I threw a Passover Seder. The theme was bloody birthday party. And we got, like, red paint and, like wrapping paper and balloons and put it on the wall, but then we're like, help me. It was a delight.
That sounds delightful.
But anyway, yeah, so I think they do like an overnight at the school, and Ryan and Brian have like a little moment in this epi. Sorry about all the spoilers.
I'm just realizing I didn't do a Halloween episode because I started the YouTube version of the show in November of last year, so we're coming up on a year.
Halloween.
Yeah, because I did do a Twitch stream around Halloween that I think I did like Day of the Dead or something.
Nice.
Which is like, honestly, I feel like I don't get scared by horror movies, but with the glitch effect, like I was getting scared. And granted, I think I like smoked weed before, which like added to it.
I've never smoked weed in my life.
I did an episode. So I think the first themed episode might have been the holiday special. But I did a theme at one point, and then I was like, oh, people seem to love these themes, so I'm going to keep it up. But then I did a joke of like the theme was rings. And so I did, like, I glitched some of no, I could have. That'd be good. I think I have a VHS of filmed Olympics. I did some of Sonic Spinball.
Okay.
I did some of Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and then I did some of The Ring on VHS. And that movie did not scare me when I liked it. I liked the aesthetic of it and everything. That movie didn't scare me until I was like kind of high and glitching it. And then it's just like, this movie's actually really scary. Like, I shouldn't be glitching it right now. I'm playing with fire.
Have you seen the Japanese?
I have not seen it. Yeah, I have not seen Ringu. Do you think it's scarier, or do you think
it's like less of a horror movie, but it's like moodier, which
I like that.
Kind of scary.
I like the blue filter that the American version has, similar to the like first Twilight movie.
Or like every movie for that time.
Yeah. Just like everything's just tinted bluish gray.
That's how you know it's something serious.
Yeah, that's how you know it's cinema.
It's cinema. Yeah, or like it's rainy.
Yeah. It's in Seattle.
It's in Forks, Washington, actually.
Yeah. Wait, is The Ring too?
What?
Is the Ring? Where is The Ring set? I don't know, but yeah, Twilight is set.
Right, because it's the place that rains the most, and that they can only go to the school on the days that rain, or it's the school with people alive.
It's funny to think that I saw this on a TikTok. It's funny to think that 9/11 caused 50 Shades of Grey. Hear me out. I saw this on a TikTok, but it is true. So 9/11 led to the creation of My Chemical Romance because Gerard Way was very, very affected by it. And
I can think of some people who were more affected by 9/11.
But Gerard Way wanted to make a band to help future generations grieve 9/11.
And he called it
and started My Chemical Romance as a way to for the youth to grieve. And then the aesthetic from the Helena music video, Stephanie Meyer had a dream about vampires, and a lot of people say that it was the aesthetic of the vampires was based on that music video, the funeral music video.
Yeah, I can see.
And then 50 Shades of Grey is a fan fiction of Twilight. So we have Osama bin Laden to thank for, and George Bush, if you want to go down that conspiracy theory rabbit hole.
Another way that George Bush supported homophobia.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Those are some interesting lines to draw. Oh my goodness.
Do you like My Chemical Romance?
Okay, so I was a little snooty bitch when I was a little kid.
Same.
And so I missed pop punk because it was popular, and I was like, I want to listen to classical music, and which is not a good idea, especially for a kid. Yeah, so I missed it, and then like more recently, I had like a huge Paramore phase. I love Paramore.
Love Paramore too.
But like the rest of pop punk didn't necessarily, like I haven't had, it hasn't happened yet, but I feel like it would, like I've listened to like their first album.
Yeah.
Or, like I know like Welcome to the Black Parade.
Yeah. I liked Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge when it first came out when I was in junior high. And then I decided that I was... Yeah, feel free. I feel like it's going to the credits soon. Well, no, it's not yet.
We got some time. It's the 27th.
So I liked Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge when it first came out, but then I decided that I was like too cool for My Chemical Romance and just like didn't listen to them again. So when Black Parade came out when I was in high school, I was like, oh, I'm never listening to that. Way too cool for that. And it wasn't until I was in college and we were cleaning our apartment and my roommate was like, oh yeah, put whatever music on. I have my iPod downstairs. So that ages me a bit. But I found Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge on his iPod and I was like, ha, that's so funny. And I put it on and we were all like, ha, that's so funny. Remember this album? We proceeded to listen to it on repeat for like 2 weeks. Yeah. It's so good. Like, so now I'm a huge My Chemical Romance fan. I think
like they're getting their like people thought they were really dumb for a while.
Yeah.
Or like just like comical.
Just and like cringe.
Like, getting real back into them.
Yeah.
And I blame queer people. And
yes.
That's okay.
And it also, I feel like there's a lot of bands from that era that just sonically, music-wise, don't age well.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's
a lot that's good, but like Panic at the Disco does. Panic at the Disco, I think, is really good.
You Can't Sweat Out is very
incredible. And I hated it when it came out. I was like way too pretentious. Like, yeah. I remember the hit song and I was like, I don't want to know. Like, I'm not about this like emo life at all. Which I don't know why. I was like laying in bed being sad listening to Nirvana when I could have just been listening to like the popular music at the time.
Well, you know, there's one thing worse that I can think of, and that's laying in your bed listening to Giannis Sinaka's cello music. Or like Schnittka's string quartets. Just like the most depressing.
What's your favorite like composer?
I don't know. I hate composers.
Yeah.
Because I am one. A little bit. I don't know. Like, I don't know who my favorite like composer would be. That's a hard question. But I don't know. I was listening to some Kaya Sariaho on the way over here. Who's writes some really shiny orchestral music that I used to adore. And you know what? I still kind of adore it.
Nice.
Shiny. That she's got amazing eyebrows too. So like, that's something to put on a podcast.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess this will be a longer episode than usual.
We can like, I don't know,
because we're
pick and choose the best parts if you want.
Totally. We're at 45 minutes. Do you want to go to play? Let's go ahead and play your next song, and then we can decide from there if we want to keep talking or not.
Okay, sounds great.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the eye. I'm your lesson comes if you don't know why I'm fine. I see you try to switch it up, but girl, you need that dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe. I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the eye. I'm your lesson comes if you don't know why I'm fine. I see you try to switch it up, but girl, you need that dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe. I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the eye. I'm your lesson comes if you don't know why I'm fine. I see you try to switch it up, but girl, you need that dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe. I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the eye. I'm your lesson comes if you don't know why I'm fine. I see you try to switch it up, but girl, you need that dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe. I'm the type of girl, look you dead in my eye. I'm your lesson comes if you don't know why I'm fly. I see you try to switch it up, but girl, you get that dough. I'm a Wonder Woman, let me go get my robe.
So that was Pokemon Go Take Your Pills by our guest Hedra Rowan.
Featuring Nelly Furtado.
Featuring Nelly Furtado. The collab of the century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was so busy working with Timbaland and Justin Timberlake, but I took her verse.
Yeah. What I guess we should have talked about it before this show, or before we played the song. But what do you want to tell the guests? What do you want to tell the audience at home about that song?
It's sometimes I try to hide something that I don't usually make things, but or sometimes when I make something that sounds a little different than what I usually make, I'll like try to hide it in the middle of an album or EP so that like only like if you listen to the whole thing you'll be like, oh, like Hedra actually has a song that like sounds like this, and you'll be like, you know, it's a little secret thing, and then I can like release a whole album of it the next time. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but oh my god, look at that leg.
Yeah. Oh, the foot is cut off by the camera, but just the viewers at home will have to use their imagination.
Whoa.
But yeah, so I've been like scoring some like film projects recently, and have had to go down some hyperpop roads.
Nice.
Hyperpop roads.
Is there anything you can like talk about, or is it secret right now?
It's I don't know actually. So maybe I should check on that before talking about them specifically.
before you
But I
make
think
the-
it like probably wouldn't be a big deal. And one of them is I mean it's publicized and stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
one of them is a puppet-based parody of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's post-apocalyptic. It's called Beverly Hill. And I think they just finished filming, so hopefully
That's awesome.
I'll get my hands on that too. Anyway, so I just like I made a Nelly Furtado mix or like remix sort of as a like test to test out like certain gating features, I guess. And I liked the sound of it.
Awesome.
But don't tell anyone.
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing about Bandcamp too, is that it's like very. I feel like if they want to put a copyright strike, they can, but
Yeah, they wouldn't.
especially with my Vaporwave project, since it's all sample based, the way I did it was just like put it up for free, and then
Yeah, that makes
people can
sense.
pay what they
Yeah.
want. But then it's also like, you couldn't just download this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't own any of these samples.
Well, I mean, that's a large question.
Yeah, yeah,
But, yeah, I mean, yeah. What a world we live in.
yeah. I mean, hopefully one day copyright stuff will like change and become more like open to creativity and remix, because people have been remixing forever,
Yeah.
and we're gonna continue doing it. We're doing it on the show right now with My So-Called Life,
Right,
on my so-called podcast.
right. Yeah, we're doing a cover set.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess, is there anything else you want to talk about before we close out the show, and then we can like play the songs and glitch around to try to make a more cohesive music?
I don't know.
You had new EP out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. The Digital Bean is the cafe / computer, like computer cafe from Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, really? That's where the name came from? Nice. So we've got Monday nights at the Digital Bean. We've got Noise Prom 3.
Yes.
A night of nautical nonsense.
Actually, a day of nautical.
A day of nautical nonsense.
Co-presented with the Comfort Station outside on their lawn on October 9th. From
October
1
9th?
to 8, yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. You've got Body Milk Tapes.
Yep.
And you've got some scoring some movies, some films coming
Some
up.
like short films and some other miscellaneous projects and a full length, which is cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should be fun.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
And thank you
This
for
was fun.
editing your voice too. This will be the most like artistic episode yet.
And this is my real voice.
Yes. Well, thank you for providing your voice.
Anytime.
And we will be back with you next week.
Sounds great. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.